How you doing, team? Today we have another special guest, an absolute beast, Hunter McIntyre. Alright, this guy is a weapon. He's an OCR champion, which is obstacle course racing. I've seen him run. He does like sub 5 minute miles, absolute animal. So today we're going to test him on a day in the life of my training. So to start with, we have a brutal workout, 10 rounds for time, 10 cal bike, 3 ring muscle ups. Once you've completed 10 rounds, you then go into 200 for handstand walk. We're gonna have a little break, and then we've got 40, 30, 20, 10 toes to bar with half the reps of strict handstand press ups. So 20, 15, 10, 5. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how his fitness in OCR translate over to CrossFit. So I think any machine stuff is gonna be an animal, like running is gonna be an absolute beast. His baseline fitness is gonna be really good. It's probably just gonna be the technical side that he may struggle with, but I'm looking forward to training with him. He's a super cool dude. That's an absolute monster in his own sport. So let's see how he fares up against his silverback. So here he is, the big lad. He's a big dude, isn't he?
You know what we were just talking about is actually, he's only 2K heavier than me, but the difference is like, you honestly looks like someone took a bike pump and was like...
So tell us about Hyrox and what's involved and the sort of training regime that you have at the minute.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously functional fitness is a pretty broad sport. You're going in the sport of CrossFit.
Yeah.
I'm more in the sport of what's called fitness racing. It's like the majority of movements you'd see in a CrossFit event, but there's a tremendous amount of running. Yeah. We have 8K of running in every single one of our contests. So there's 8 laps, 8 fitness tests, and the whole idea is to kind of find the most well-rounded fitness athlete in one contest. Whereas you guys are going over 3 to 5 days, and you have like 1 rep max lift, then all of a sudden you'll have like a cardio event. We jam that all sandwiched into one experience. And once the start goes off, you have to finish this whole thing. And I'm currently the world record holder at 57:38. And within that, you know, we've got wall balls, rowing, farmer carries. Like, there's a tremendous amount of work to be done. But you know, I definitely was like, I would train CrossFit for years, and I looked up to people like yourself, where you guys are just ripping humongous amounts of weight off the ground, or doing a workout like we're going to do later with all these ring muscle ups and handstand walks, handstand push-ups. We are kind of one of those like kind of grinders. You know, a wall ball is something that's pretty simple. All of us can do it, but can you do 100 in a row after running for just 5 miles?
Push.
And you know, I came from a sport of obstacle course racing where I was actually much skinnier than I am right now. I was down probably at like 80K when I was racing, and I got really, really lean because, you know, we're going up, you know, 3,000 meters of running in some races. And obviously now, you know, we're going to try to see if my muscle can stack up against yours.
Yeah, it's going to be a super interesting race, like I said, because he does a lot of work all mashed together, whereas we will have one event that might last 9 minutes, then another event that might last 6 minutes. So ours are kind of spread out a little bit more. We do have longer events that might last to 40 minutes to an hour, but they're on the more of the rare occasion, or when you go to the higher end game sort of level. So it's really super interesting to see how you fare out.
Can you just tell me your strategy here? Are you going to go like, are you gonna?
I'm just gonna stay 5 seconds ahead of him the whole way through.
Man, no. Savage.
No, I'll just push the pace. I know 3 muscle ups are never going to fail. So if you're doing this workout and you think, oh, some of the reps I might start to fail, you've got to pace it early from the start. If you're fairly comfortable that you can get 3 muscle ups no matter what, then you can just literally push the pace and just hold on as long as you can. So yeah, I'll probably start at about 85-90%, try and maintain it all the way through. But then don't forget, a lot of people will see this workout as a 10-round workout and they'll forget the handstand walks.
Handstand walks. I was just about to say.
So you don't want to get to the handstand walks absolutely mashed up and then like failing. So yeah, you need to be smart with this one.
I'm starting to get excited.
I'm excited.
Word of failure. All right, man. Wish you luck. I'm getting this shit all dialed in. I'm just going in raw. I'm gonna rip that shit off the top rope. Come down.
this guy.
Piece of cake.
Smashed it, flying. So I did 9:26. I think that's about 15 seconds quicker than I did last time. And you were
10:40.
10:40.
Yeah.
They're really good.
All of a sudden, we're doing handstand walks. I'm like, I'm right next to this guy, and then you just stood up and went. Brrr, you flew.
Handstand walks are good considering how much volume you did before.
Yeah.
Like 30 ring muscle ups, 100 cal bikes.
The thing for me is these 20-foot chips. Not that bad. When I went to the games on a wild card that year, they had 50-foot chunks, and I think I just hadn't done enough training.
Yeah.
I probably should have. Like I spent time going up and over the ramp. I could probably do 100-foot unbroken.
Yeah.
But fatigued. But this was really good. If you doubled it out, I probably would have been 12 minutes.
Yeah.
But what are we gonna do to make things easy on me in this next workout?
Nothing, bro. You're rapid.
Oh
Let's go. Where did the Sheriff come from?
It was a party tattoo.
I was expecting something like deep, meaningful.
No. This one's got a deep story. This one's Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah.
And I got
what's the back one? What's the story behind that?
It's a crazy story. If you guys want to hear, I'll tell you. I was in rehab at the time, and I was partying way too much. And the only thing I ever wanted to do with my life was a young kid. I was like, the only thing I knew I wanted to do was be in the Navy and join the SEALs. So I was in a bad place. I was like, I'm gonna tattoo this on my back to promise myself I'm gonna get out of this rehab and join the Navy.
Okay.
So it was just a promise to myself.
Yeah.
And then I signed up, and they booted me out because of all the trouble that I'd been in. But at least it got me through some tough times.
Oh, mega.
Yeah. This was part of the tough times. This was a tough time story too. Just keep my head on straight.
So how do you find his workouts then? Smashed it. Did really well.
Yeah, I haven't really been focusing on CrossFit, and I love it. Like, I think something like this in like brief periods of time can give you so much access to other types of fitness.
Yeah.
We were on the bike conditioning like that. We were doing ring muscle ups. That gives you a ton of body awareness.
Yeah.
Then going into handstand walks, it's just like another skill on top of a tired body.
Yeah.
So obviously, like somebody like you who's so well trained and you keep on getting better and better every year. Like what you said, you failed in 2019, and now you're blowing your partner out of the water. It's like really cool to watch someone as impressive as you. I watched you, and I was trying to learn and see what you were doing and pace off of it. Workout 1, I thought we were racing.
Yeah.
Workout 2 was just gone. You flew with it. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see what we do in the lifting session today.
Yeah, we've got cleans, jerks, and then some more gymnastics later. Yeah, it's great to see how your fitness translated into that sort of stuff, because like I said, most people would do that 10 rounds of time workout and they'd like total meltdown the handstand walks.
Yeah.
But that's for people who train it regularly, so for you just to kind of stay smooth through it all was really impressive. So
our sport's all about pacing.
Yeah.
I think you guys are probably the same. Like you could tell your engine's developed for a lot more horsepower and high-end stuff, and I was watching you on the bike move. And then you kept it, which is really impressive. That's what makes you a champion athlete.
Yeah.
But obviously, like I wanted to wait until the end, and then your impressive fitness took away with the rest of those handstand walks.
Yeah.
But
really good.
There's no such thing as pacing with heavy cleans, so pray for me.
Lift it from point A to point B.
This next month, though, you guys should look this up. I have my version of the CrossFit Games, which is called the Spartan Games, and they basically do everything kind of more for distance. And not with barbells, like we'll lift stones and stuff. Okay. So we have like 3-4 day competition up in the mountains of half long distance, half, there's a wrestling event, there's a tug of war event, there's a strongman event, last year there was a 5-hour bike, a 6-hour run. Last year I had to go wrestle against this dude who's made you look small. Yeah. He was a first draft pick for in the NFL, and he was a tight end, huge, 6'4". 230, 240.
And what, just wrestling, like, how do you win?
It's like sumo wrestling. Like you can still grab each other and throw each other, but it's all about getting the person down or getting them out of the ring.
To be good at high rocks, you need to be a good runner, basically. How do the people fare on like the wall balls and the skis? Like,
they're actually pretty savage, dude. Yeah. Like if in a good day, I come in and do about 50 to 60, and then I do 2 more sets. But that's like usually most guys come in and do about a 40 to 60 set, and they drop it for like 3 seconds and they're back up. The thing is like most of the good, really, really good guys, they're super skinny, and they just kill it on the runs, and then they just die on the fitness stations, and they get back to running fast. I always played my strengths like what we were doing. I just bash the strength stuff, and then I get back out there and run.
So, session 1 done. Hunter is a very cool dude. He absolutely smashed those workouts. He was very consistent on the muscle ups and bike pacing, And then it was just the handstand walks that he kind of fell off a little bit, just because obviously he doesn't really do handstand walking. Gonna train again 5 o'clock. Hunter will meet us at the gym, and we're gonna do weightlifting, so cleans, jerks, and then chest to bars in some sort of format. So it'll be good to see how he fares in the lifting. I think he'll be strong, but I don't know if they do much Olympic weightlifting in high rocks events, but we'll see how he fares on that. Look, feeling fresh, session number 2. We've got Big Daddy-O in the building. We're gonna do 30 cal row, 5 squat cleans at a certain weight, 30 cal row, 4 squat cleans, 30 cal 3, 30 cal 2, 30 cal 1. For me, 110 to 150. All the lifts will feel pretty easy, shouldn't feel too hard. Just a little bit of rowing conditioning with the squat cleans, just try and pre-fatigue our quads, and then going into a lift. So on Mondays, Tuesdays, we normally lift on the fatigue. Fridays, Thursdays, normally just lift on their own, just concentrate purely on lifting. So this is pretty spicy.
I was born for this. Welcome to the arena. I fight for honor. I fight for principle. The passion I possess that makes me invincible. I know you ain't prepared for what you got to face. So if you're looking for asylum, this the wrong place. Defeat never known it. I don't condone it. Weakness never shown it. I dismantle my opponent. It's in my DNA. It's who I got to be. Ain't nothing stopping me. Fulfill the prophecy. And the shaker headed to the top, 'cause I'm a groundbreaker. I'm gonna fight 'cause that's what I'm made for. I'm a gladiator, a gladiator, a gladiator, a gladiator, a gladiator. I'm gonna fight 'cause I'm a gladiator, a gladiator, a gladiator, a gladiator.
So that is an epic day with this dude. It's been laughs, it's been sweaty, it's been tough. He's absolutely smashed every workout. He's got to leave a little bit early, which I'm very sad, but he's had a mental schedule, so he's been training all day, traveling loads of places, so they've got to go to Wigan now, which is about a 3-hour drive. So how have you found the day?
Dude, it was incredible. Like, you know, honestly, this group is what blew my mind the
Yeah,
most. Like, I knew you were going to be a specimen, but you have great training partners.
Yeah.
The energy was awesome. Everybody I met seemed to be pushing each other, and I like that a lot. Like, I'm kind of a guy who trains by himself a lot.
Yeah.
So when I come into the gym, if I saw that bar and saw that workout, I'd pick weights that were safe for me, and then all of a sudden I saw your homie pick it up, and I was like, well, then I got to match it.
That's why we tried to create it, because there's loads of times where, like, some days I just don't feel like training, and I'll rely on the people around me to get me in the zone. And then they're some of the best sessions we have. So yeah, I'm not a person who would kind of lie and say I'm motivated to train every day, because if anyone says that, I think they're lying, just because you can have days where you just don't feel motivated. You can have days where you feel sore, you don't feel like pushing yourself. But when I walk in this gym and you've got everyone just, you know, it's like music's blaring, everyone's having a laugh, and then you forget about all your lack of motivation, you just go and smash it. So yeah, very fortunate here, but you absolutely crushed it, brother. Absolutely special.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to do some of his events sometimes and try and keep up with him in a run, which I know is not going to happen because he's an absolute weapon at running. So yeah, it's going to be great to do one of your events just to see you crush me.
Thanks for having me out, dude.
Anytime, bud. Anytime. Peace!
I'm a gladiator driven, I'm a force you can't stop. This is how I'm living as I'm rising to the top. I'm a gladiator driven, I'm a force you can't stop. Force you can't stop. That's what I'm made for. Gladiator. Gonna fight 'cause I'm a gladiator.
So tomorrow, we'll do 20 cal bike plus 20 cal row in the same minute. Rest 3 minutes, 6 rounds. Yeah. 3 minutes now.
How many times doing that?
6 times. 6 times.
You make 6 rounds.
So epic day done. Yeah, hips feeling really good. It was nice to be able to start lifting heavier weights and training now. So after I lifted 168 at NFG at the weekend, it's given me the confidence to know that I can really push the weight and I'm not going to be too effective for the next couple of days. So that was a real sort of mental barrier that I broke. So we went up to 150 today. We'll probably start going up to 160s and training now, which is really good. We've got about 3.5 weeks to Madrid. So Matty Boy's going to be coming with us to Madrid. He's going to be documenting the whole trip, so it's a 3-day competition, so it'll be great to get some videos out for you guys to see how I deal in the Madrid competition. It's going to be a super big comp, there's loads of games athletes going, so that's going to be a real big test, so we're really excited for that, and I'm glad Matty Boy's come in so he can film it all so you guys can see how I get on. Please subscribe to the channel because it helps it grow. Please like the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.